are you and I'm not me, and where we are is where we be. If it's night or day, the time is now. To get involved, I'll show you how. I'll run the show, you'll do your part. We'll have a blast by making art. Come join the gang, no need to fear. Just bring along your imaginosphere.
I'm very sorry for the delay of the show. But I got everything fixed, now it's ready to go. I am not me. I am Art, and I am welcoming you to episode 14 of the Cinco de Mayo Special of Art Right Now, the most creatacular art extravaganza in live-tainment you're about to experience, and if the mood takes you, create some uncut, unadulterated, univocamente art. But before we get to that, as there are probably people tuning in from all around the world, not just Mexico, we should take a moment to unite as a singular collective. We like to start things with a toast round here, a simple shared action, in order to link our creative energies and get us all on the same art page of the art book. So please charge your beverages for today's toast, courtesy of Instagram acolyte Pterodactyl. The P is silent, I assume. Is there a pick issue? Anything, an issue? No? Okay, we're doing it, we're fine. To corn. Gosh, what a clever toast this is, because as they say in their message, without it we would not have any Mexican food. Obviously we have corn tortillas, which are used in many Mexican dishes like chalupa, enchilada, flauta, quesadilla or taco, among others. We also have tortilla chips, which are used to make nachos. Corn is also used to create masa, which is a dough used in many Mexican dishes, including tamales, sopes, and gorditas. And some tamales are even cooked in and shaped by corn leaves, which makes them into a corunda. And if we want to go even simple with it, just have elote, which is like corn on the cob essentially, or throw some sweet corn in any Mexican dish to make it even more delish. So yes, it is truly the brick that constructs the glorious palace that is Mexican food. And yes, if you'd taken it a little bit further, you could toast helitrons, which are a group of transposable elements within maize's DNA, but some people might say you've taken it too far. Toasting corn certainly hits the sweet spot. To corn, everybody. Double dip. Hello and apologies, and hello and apologies once more for the delay of the start of this episode. Hello, now buddies. Or should I say, como esta? Now buddies. Beautiful. Salud, says Killer Kilch. Lovely to see you. And a lovely bit of emoji work there with the corn. That's fabulous. Monkey Pixie Funk has found the Mexican flag emoji as well. And I imagine that will be used many, many times over the course of this. There's an ad break in progress. I apologize if that is affecting you. But, of course, you can just spend a little bit of money and make sure you get rid of those adverts. Okay, it's fine. It is indeed the Art Right Now Cinco de Mayo Special, where we are looking to celebrate all things Mexican. The culture, the people, the food. A lot of it will be on the food, to warn you. We have already started with the toast, the fabulous toast by Pterodactyl there. Mexican food is so good, let's not forget that. Somebody could criticize for focusing too much on Mexican food, but Mexican food is one of those foods where when you're eating Mexican food, you are often overwhelmed with the question, why do I ever eat anything other than Mexican food? It really is that nice. Obviously, a little bit of admin we need to deal with right at the top of the episode. I don't know what this episode's going to be called. Nobody knows what this episode is going to be called. So if you stumble upon a word or a phrase over the course of the show that you feel drawn to as a possible title for this episode of Art Right Now, please do get it in the chat with the word ep name before it. For example, Elvis-shaped hole was our title for last week's unemployment special. Elvis-shaped hole doesn't necessarily have a huge connection to unemployment, but it really did bring about some powerful emotions during the episode, and that means it's absolutely fine. If there's some kind of Mexican themed phrase, there will be several of them today, that you want to make as the app name, pop it in the chat. If you just something a Mexican comes up and you feel inspired by that, absolutely go for that. App name, but I mean, they all count. They all count, MPF. They all count, absolutely. What else have we got? What else have we got today? My hope is, of course, that this will be a thoughtful celebration of Mexicanity, but we can't be intellectual all the time, guys. You should know that. So periodically, we will be having very short fiestas, where I shall be... hopefully, well, what I'll do actually, what I'm looking to do is to engage in some Mexican culture. This is one of the areas where the food is taking over. And I will encourage you guys to dance in celebration wherever you are. Shall we do the first fiesta now? Let's do the first fiesta now, I think. Get some chips. Cut the music. As Maple Panda says, production values are high tonight, Notme. Indeed they are. And it's that kind of stuff that is liable to delay an episode. I will say that. Love all this. So festive. Thank you, TB. I'll be working with some essential everyday thick and chunky salsa. It's mild. Yo soy blanco. And some organic purple tortilla chips from 365 Whole Foods Market that I have opened at the bottom in my excitement. That got your girl Sarah Kilch on her feet. You're absolutely welcome, Sarah Kilch. I will say, and you can take this one to the bank, that is not the last time we'll be hearing that music over the course of this episode. Guys, I feel like you need to get some money though. Somebody needs to pay for all these fancy purple chips. My goodness. I want to give a big shout out, of course, to the wonderful people at B Squared Events. They have once again humored me in their selection of what copy they want me to read out. I said, I'm doing a Cinco de Mayo special. They said, let's see if we've got something. Oh, lovely. That's what technology will do. I said, you got anything Mexican? They said, absolutely. We've got something Mexican. Well, we've got something generally Latinx. So let's read that out. Latina women. Prick up your ears if there are any watching. You love your high heels, right? Nothing makes you feel better about how you look than a sky-high pair of heels that demand attention. They make your butt look good, they make your legs look good, and they make your feet look good. But how do they make your feet feel? Bad? Of course not. You'll deny it to your grave that your feet ever feel anything less than 100% tip-top, which is why we've set up the world's first Latina blackout chair room. You'll be led into a pitch-black room and sat down on a very comfortable chair by one of our team of night vision goggle-wearing employees, and then, when you're sat down, if someone were to give you a foot massage and pedicure to tend to your definitely not suffering lower limbs, who would possibly know? It's dark in there. Operating as a pop-up in Spanish Harlem on the 8th, 9th and 10th of May, which are weekdays, that's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, so there's even less chance of running into one of your friends. We'll be rolling this out to a permanent location if enough women can overcome their foot pain pride. Plus, if you pay by card, it'll show up on your bill as Cherish, which is vague enough to be explained away as shoes or jewelry or a club or whatever you want. Cherish your feet. There we go. A little support there for Latina women and their love of high heels and their hatred of admitting that they feel pain in their feet as a result of those high heels. That's a little bit of money for you there. Killer Kilch, it's nap time on the West Coast, so I must leave the fiesta. Gosh, nap time at 1:25. Not a bad life for the Kilches. Must leave the fiesta, have fun. If La Nina falls asleep quickly, I'll be back. Hasta pronto. Wonderful stuff. Lovely, lovely use of certain Spanish words there. Thank you very much, Killer. Hasta la vista, says Monkey Pigsy Funk. That's another one. Lovely, lovely stuff. Gosh, I'm feeling pretty excited. I think this is going well so far, in spite of the late start. Let's say we turn the attention over to you guys. Shall we do it? Let's turn the attention over to the nowbodies.
I shall give you a task. It will not be that big an ask, but the possibilities are vast, so aim to impress. Please take a photo while at all once, all the options you've explored, or just use one you took before and win by Snapquest.
Hark, 'tis time for a Snapquest. That is such a ooh. Oh, so I can't move it onto that screen. Is that right? Yeah, I can't move it onto that screen. It's got to be on this screen. That's fine. It's the time of the show where I turn it over to your photo art inspired by a prompt. This time the prompt was, as we can see here, Mexico. And let me tell you, I had a wave of entries. An absolute tidal wave of entries. 5, in fact. 5 entries. I think this one was a little bit tricky for some people. But if you're expecting me to apologize for making the prompts tricky, you're going to be waiting a long time, guys. We've got some wonderful, wonderful art in here. I hope you are already in your with some appreciation for not just your art, but your fellow nowbodies, your fellow Snapquesters' art. Okay, lovely stuff. MPF. That's a great emote right there. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Let's have a look at this first one. And this first one, my goodness, I can't really explain it. I cannot really explain it. And when is that ever a bad thing for a work of art? Huh? Some Counting Sheep 222. Your friend and mine, Counting Sheep 222. What is going on here? I have little idea or understanding. It is the word Cinco, which absolutely puts it bang on trend. But how has that been created? How has that been created? With some kind of light on a mirror in some way? Maybe a kind of long exposure type of photograph? I mean, and so the question has to be asked. Yes, it says the word Cinco, which is wonderful, and everybody's absolutely on board with that. No problem there whatsoever. But how does this necessarily relate to Mexicans and Mexico beyond that? For me, it speaks to the ingenuity of Mexican people. Not only did they invent all of the fantastic foods that we've been talking about, but they invented birth control pills. That's pretty exciting. They invented chocolate. That's pretty exciting. I believe it was the Aztecs that were the first culture to implement mandatory education for every single one of their civilians. That's pretty exciting as well. So there's an element of ingenuity and invention to the Mexicans that isn't necessarily always highlighted in favor of, the music and the food. But I think it's an important thing, and I think that is what Canton Sheep has focused on here. And Canton Sheep giving no more context beyond a simple emote that says simply and definitively, "I am smart." And my God, from looking at this photo, who would disagree with him? Who would disagree with them? Canton Sheep, thank you so, so much. Moving on next, we've got the wonderful, lovely stuff, TB. That is, I agree with that. That's a wow. Nana Hobbob here. Oh, made in Mexico. A serial number and a made in Mexico. It looks like, from these kind of things up here, is that a guitar? Is that some kind of guitar, like the little twiddly things on the neck of a guitar? I think it's art. Count and Sheep, absolutely, I believe that. Is that a guitar? Is that part of a guitar? It's a serial number. I'm not sure necessarily anything will come up if I Google it, or Bing it rather. Logitech MX mechanical wireless illuminated performance keyboard. Well, I don't think it's that. But again, how does this relate to... I think it's a guitar. I think it's a guitar as well. Ultimately, I mean, if it is a guitar, then that speaks to the proud Mexican tradition of guitars and guitar music. Mariachi, ranchero, cumbia, etc. But also it speaks to Mexican manufacturing, Manufacturing. It's made in Mexico. They're building things with their hands, with their weather-beaten hands. That's something that didn't exist before. But then Mexico made it. That guitar. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. Thank you so much, Nana. And again, we've got a nice slab of color here. We've got some dark down here. Contrasts. Yeah, that's always working. This is out of focus. There's a lot of lovely stuff going on here. We'd expect nothing less from a master of the photographic arts, as we know Nana is. Thank you so much, Nana. Next up, we've got Monkey Pixie Funk. Now, I think there's always a danger of this happening. Always a danger of this happening. It's... I don't believe in my heart of hearts that this is a photo that Monkey Pixie Funk took themselves. I don't believe that. So let's start there. Then we go on to, is this a depiction of Mexicans that Mexicans would be happy with? Speedy Gonzalez. Here we go. Okay, here we go. A little bit of context here from Monkey Pixie Funk. This is what makes this so exciting being live, huh? The Hispanic American rights organization League of United Latin American Citizens called Speedy a cultural icon. There we go. How could I... Am I going to stand up against the Hispanic American rights organization League of United Latin American Citizens? Am I going to stand up to them? Am I going to say, yes, my whiteness knows more than they do about their own culture? No. That's not going to happen. I was going to go down the potentially have a little quick look at who voiced Speedy Gonzalez. But now I see that there's no need to. Absolutely no need to. voiced by Mel Blanc originally. Although is he? Lithuanian Jewish and German Jewish. Nah. We don't need to worry about that. Don't need to worry about that at all. Absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. He's fast. He's resourceful. And I think he's always, as his Wikipedia page says, he has the reputation of being a hit with the female mice. Yeah? That's nice. Wonderful work, MPF. Wonderful work. Next up, SJ Beck 72. Now this one comes with a little bit of extra work, extra context, which I am always appreciative of. Hi, Notme. My contribution is almost like a quiz, says SJ Beck. Almost like a quiz. Let's take that quiz. I love quizzes. You love quizzes. The Smarties love quizzes. Chihuahua is the name of A town in Mexico. B, a state in Mexico. C, a breed of dog. Choose any option and you'll win because it's all of the above. Cheers, SJ Beck 72. Wonderful. Absolutely fabulous. No notes whatsoever. And what I like about this is we can see a little bit of a shadow here, a little bit of a shadow behind the dog's legs, a little bit of a shadow across the top. Is this a snap? Yeah, it's a snap. But it's a snap of a collage. A snap of a collage that SJ Beck themselves have created. And that has served SJ Beck very well in the past. I always appreciate not only taking the time to take a snap, which not a lot of people did this time because it was quite a tricky prompt word, but to take an extra moment to create a collage. Yeah? That's fabulous work. And was very close, was very close to getting SJ Beck 72 the win here. I've learned something today, says Maple Panda. It's teaching you, it's a collage, it's a lovely picture of a dog. Lovely, lovely picture of a dog. There's a lot going on here and I like it all. But the winner of this round of Snapquest, Maple Panda. Now, the literary minded of you out there may well be looking at this picture and saying, you might be saying. We have context. Hi, Notme. Polite. I am sending this to illustrate the ignorance of the uneducated masses, including me. Captain Sheep, you're slightly ahead of us here, and I commend you for that. I took this photo thinking that it was the only book in the house by a Mexican author, then realized he is Colombian. I was getting ready to do a lovely bit in this episode about Gloria Estefan. Same-ish. Turns out we are pretty light on Mexican stuff in this house, but I'm still submitting it as I can own up to my mistakes. And my goodness, isn't there a story there? My goodness, isn't there something commendable there in Maple Panda holding their hands up and saying, yeah, do you know what? Thought this dude was Mexican. Turns out he's Colombian. I was equating the two. That's kind of on me. But we're all learning. Yeah, we're all learning. I think that there is a temptation to lump together all of Latin America into the same tortilla. But in reality, they're all their own people. They are all their own people, and they're all deserving of respect and their own moment in the sun. Yeah? Can I criticize anybody for not having that inbuilt knowledge? No. What I commend somebody for is taking the turn time to try to learn. As SJ Beck 72 says very wisely there, well played, Maple Panda. Round of applause for Maple Panda. And what I like is that the background as well, this delightful tile pattern here, very, very Mexican. Very, very Mexican. If you've seen the Mexican film Roma, came out a few years ago, did pretty well at the Oscars. A lot of this tiling going on. So, yeah. Hats off to Maple Panda. But, of course, me saying that Maple Panda is one and is the best, that's a fleeting momentary thing. There is nothing inherently better about this than any of the other ones. So instead, all we really say is thank you, snappers. You have completed your quest. I salute you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for completing your snap quests. I'm happy to be the thickie today. The thickie who aspires to not be such a thickie. That's a powerful position to be in. Yeah? To be at the bottom of a mountain that you want to climb. Yeah? A mountain of knowledge. Climbing over the occasional rocky outcrop of ignorance and, racial smushing together of different cultures. Yeah? That's a mountain that you want to be on the bottom of. That's a mountain that you want to ultimately be on top of. But I'm not going to criticize you for not being at the top there today. No. You have completed your snap quest. Thank you all. Back to main. Wow. I don't know about you guys. But I kind of want a couple of chips. Yeah? Anyone want a couple of chips? Let's have a little fiesta. Fiesta, guys. Wonderful. TB Douglas, I do, but I don't have any. I need to prepare better in the future. They are available everywhere. So really just, that is a little bit on UTB, but that's absolutely fine. We're all learning. We're all trying to be better. Guys, here's the thing. Here's another new thing. Chips and dips, my goodness. Every Livetainment weekend, I ask people what they would like me to toast on Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, my God, what are you doing? Wait, is it not there? Oh, gosh. There we go. And a lot of people get back to me, which is lovely, and I do appreciate, really do appreciate. More since I started doing it on Saturday as opposed to used to do it on Friday, and people didn't seem to, for whatever reason, didn't dig that too much. But that's fine. But one suggestion gets chosen, only one, for the prestigious role at the top of the show, and we all toast to it, and that's great. Everybody loves it. But what about the other suggestions, guys? That's what got me thinking. That's what kept me up at night. What about the other suggestions? Should they just be cast asunder? Or is that a royal waste of some wonderful positivity? I say the latter. So now what I would like to do is to celebrate that positivity, absolutely context-free, by having a little positivity party. How does that sound? Is anybody in the mood for a positivity party? Anybody? Positivity party? Huh? Anyone? Oh yes, says Supernash18. That sounds blissful, says TB Douglas. Monkey Pigsy Funk's all about it. Yeah, let's do it. Oh. Let's get positive, guys. I am Togepi, says the number 5. Cinco de Mayo, makes sense. Pelugin wants to toast tres leches cake. One of the great cakes of all cakes. A Chilby Munster Star Trek. Wonderful. Sosa Flow to Deadpool versus Wolverine. Upcoming film. A lot of people are getting excited about. Oodles of Grass says Fajita Fridays. Lovely, lovely word. Holly Sophia says cats. It says it with 2 T's and 2 S's. Interesting. Eldridge Joanne, Lost Tacos. Number 1 in NYC. Delicious. Beautiful stuff. Tiffany Douglas went with a trio, which is... Oh. Can't thank that enough. Sweet potato fries, Netflix and dogs. What a combination there. What a combination. And Tim Roberts says bank holidays. Oh, the timing of that was perfect as well. We're going to... Guys, you know what? We're going to do that every single week. We're going to do that every single week because it is bad to waste those wonderful little suggestions of positivity. Is it too late to come in with the Kiora ad? Yes. It is too late. It is too late. Some hearts from TV Douglas. That's the kind of positivity I'm looking for here, guys. That's the kind of positivity I'm looking for. Let's learn.
Donuts will not give you cancer, and tigers are not fancy panthers, and Idris Elba was never a Girl Scout. If knowledge is power, then let's go work out. Enlieclopedia.
It's that time of the show again to train your noses to more effectively sniff out disinformation. I'm going to give you 5 facts about... Let's get it in the proper box. Mexican superstars. Ooh, Mexican superstars. The superstars of Mexico is another way of putting it. Only one of which is correct. You just need to identify which fact is solid gold truth and which are lies. Lies. Let's get started, guys. Let's get started. Fact number 1. And this is about a wonderful Mexican filmmaker, Guillermo del Toro. Here we go. Actor Ron Perlman has worked with Guillermo del Toro in so many films because Guillermo has possession of Ron's soul. He won it in a bet over Mexico's medal performance in the 1992 Barcelona Olympics. Maybe. Maybe. I mean, Ron Perlman, let's... Could have looked this up before, but I didn't. Filmography. His filmography. Yeah. No, I didn't. Oh. Ron Perlman. Filmography. No, there's nothing on Wikipedia specifically to say which film Ron Perlman was in of Guillermo del Toro's, but it's lots. It's lots. That I can say is definitely true. This one might not be, so just be careful. Fact number 2 about the wonderful Salma Hayek. In her breakout role of Carolina in 1995's Desperado, Salma Hayek was so beautiful that a disclaimer has to be shown before streaming, advising people with weak hearts to not watch. It has so far claimed the lives of 17 men and 2 women. Gosh. I mean, if you've seen Desperado, you know this is absolutely a possibility. Absolutely a possibility. Fact number 3. about Frida Kahlo, the wonderful painter. Diego Rivera, longtime husband of Frida Kahlo, once cheated on her with her younger sister. To gain a measure of revenge, Frida had a brief affair with communist theorist and key member of the Russian Revolution of 1917, Leon Trotsky. That's an interesting bringing together of some famous people of the 20th century, isn't it? It just brings them together in a very real and very human way. Interesting. Maybe it's true. Maybe it's not. Who knows? Well, I mean, I do, but it's your job to work it out. Fact number 4 about world-class guitarist Carlos Santana. After falling in love... Oh, no. That's still number 3. After falling in love with the game on the 1996 World Tour, Carlos Santana became, for a time, through diligent practice and quick fingers, the 4th best Street Fighter II player in the world. His main is Chun Li. So there's multiple things in that statement that would all have to be true for this to be the true one, but maybe. He does have those quick fingers, guys. He does have those quick fingers. We know that for sure. And then the final fact about champion Mexican boxer Oscar de la Hoya. Oscar de la Hoya once destroyed his entire home with a single punch to what he later discovered was a load-bearing wall after overcooking a hollandaise sauce. He was retrieved from the rubble 9 hours later, still pretty miffed about the sauce. Could that be true? Yeah, it could be. One of them definitely is. So let's have that fact summary again. And let's have the chat box. So we've got Guillermo del Toro. Actor Ron Perlman has worked with Guillermo del Toro in so many films because Guillermo has possession of Ron's soul. He won it in a bet over Mexico's medal performance in the 1992 Barcelona Olympics. Salma Hayek. Salma Hayek is so beautiful in her breakout role of Carolina in Desperado that a disclaimer has to be shown before streaming, advising people with weak hearts to not watch. It has so far claimed the lives of 17 men and 2 women. Frida Kahlo's husband cheated on her with her younger sister. To gain a measure of revenge, she had a brief affair with communist theorist and key member of the Russian Revolution of 1917, Leon Trotsky. Carlos Santana. After falling in love with the game in a 1996 World Tour, Carlos Santana was, for a time, the 4th best Street Fighter II player in the world. His main is Chun Li. And Oscar de la Hoya once destroyed his entire home with a single punch to what he later discovered was a load-bearing wall after overcooking a hollandaise sauce. He was retrieved from the rubble 9 hours later, still pretty miffed about the sauce. Now, buddies, it is your chance to guess which one of these facts, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, do you believe is correct? Only one of them is. It sounds unbelievable. They're all so plausible. But only one of them is correct. Please let me know which one you believe that is. What do we think? MPF, my head says 3, my heart says 2, but 3, absolutely fine. TB Douglas going for a number 1, going for Guillermo del Toro. He has certainly the bearing of a man who is in possession of several souls, in my opinion. So that's very, very smart. Counting Sheep going for number 3. SJ Beck going for number 3. Maple Panda, got to be 3, but 2 is totally plausible. Super Nashman goes for 3. Interesting. So a lot of people going for 3. The Frida Kahlo thing. Absolutely interesting. Very, very interesting there indeed. Only TB Douglas willing to step outside of Counting Sheep. There we go. Counting Sheep going for Oscar de la Hoya. Thinking just a single bang. Bang, bang, into the wall, crumble, crumble, crumble. The entire house collapses. I mean, if you've seen one of his fights, you know he's pretty good at punching. That's really one of his absolute skills is punching. Punches the wrong bit of the house, that crumbles, chain reaction, everything falls down. They pull him out of the rubble. Dios mio, that flippin' hollandaise sauce, it split. The sauce split and then the house split. Maybe. Thank you very much for making your guesses, guys. This is, as with most elements of this show, it does all kind of crumble, much like Oscar de la Hoya's house, if nobody gets involved. Let's see what we've got. This fact is true, but which fact is it? Well done, guys. You, most of you picked correctly. Diego de Rivera, longtime husband of Frida Kahlo, once cheated on her with her younger sister to gain a measure of revenge. Frida had a brief affair with communist theorist and key member of the Russian Revolution in 1917, Leon Trotsky. Commiserations to TB. Commiserations to Captain Sheep 222, but I hope that you enjoyed playing the game, even though you weren't technically correct. Oh, that's very low. That's very low with the music, wasn't it? There we go. I think that's a bit more fun. I think that's a bit more fun. We can hear it a bit better. Yeah. Count Sheep going for croc points. Well, that's a bold move. It's not even a quiz, but that's the joy of croc points. Because they technically and officially don't have a meaning. Low music is better when you're talking over it, though. Okay, well, that's good to know. Maybe we'll try and split the difference. Maybe a 26 and a half. I don't know. Thank you so much for playing, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, let's head back to Maine. Oh no, positivity party. That's all. That's done. That's done. No more music. Except for a fiesta. Wonderful. I'm really enjoying that. I tell you what, it's going to be sad. It's going to be sad when we get to a regular episode and we don't get to have fiestas all the time. Guys, we've got one segment left. Been live for 43 minutes. Yeah, I think that works out. One segment left, and I think you're going to enjoy it.
Art bet! To challenge yourself is artistic. Art bet! I'll give you options you can pick. Art bet! Take a guess, see if you won. Art bet! It's not for money, just for fun. Art bet!
Art bet indeed. Art bet indeed. That's right. It's a segment of the show where I see whether your artistic instincts can aid you in predicting things that have not yet even happened. I present you an art challenge, and you tell me what'll happen. Excuse me, that's the salsa. It's not for money, it's just for fun. As the theme tune says, this is Art Bet. For today's art challenge, let's head over to Notme now for all of the details. Let's make sure it's all set up properly. Yeah. Over to you, Notme.
Thanks, Notme. Today's art challenge is entitled Ring the Culture Bell.
There's a lot of talk around holidays such as Cinco de Mayo about celebrating sensitively, celebrating appropriately, celebrating respectfully so as to not devalue the holiday for the people who the holiday is actually about. But here's the question that I have. How much do they know about it? How important is it for them? I thought, gosh, wouldn't that be interesting to test that with a real-life Mexican? But where would I find one of those? Oh yeah, I live with one, and he should be standing by with your friend and mine, Notme. Over to you, Notme.
Thank you, Notme. I am here.
That was
I
a
am
nice
ready.
transition.
Cameraman George is behind the camera. Cameraman George is ready. Yes, thumbs up. Thumbs up. Wonderful. And cameraman George doesn't know what art challenge he is being charged with today. Is that correct? Absolutely. All he knows is that it's something about celebrating and investigating and interrogating, I suppose, Mexican culture. What I have chosen to do is I'm going to pass you this iPad, which has an image on it. What I've done is I have created a Taco Bell menu, but with all of the prices stricken out. So this is a moneyless menu. And your challenge, cameraman George, is to go through this menu. I'm going to leave that iPad there, and I need you to write down on a pen and paper an order from Taco Bell that you believe will cost as close to $20 as possible. This is your challenge to see whether you are really, how familiar you are, how passionate you are about Mexican culture. Okay, so I'm going to leave this here, so please have a little look through and make your choices. Whilst you are making your choices, see, I did ask cameraman George to write a little something, just to give you guys a sense of his passion and knowledge for Mexican culture. So here we go. Here we go. Today I stand before you. He's not standing before you, he's standing out of camera shot as per usual. That's fine. We'll start again.
Today I stand before you as a proud ambassador of Mexican culture, eager to share with you the wonders of our heritage that have enraptured hearts across the globe. When I think about Mexican culture, I think about the storytellers who weave tales as rich and colorful as our nation itself. From ancient legends passed down through generations to modern-day narratives that reflect the complexities of our society, Mexican storytelling is a tapestry that spans time and space. I think about the artists whose canvases are imbued with the raw emotion and vibrant spirit of our people, from the haunting self-portraits of Frida Kahlo to the bold political statements of Diego Rivera. Mexican art speaks volumes about our history, our struggles, and our triumphs. When I think about Mexican culture, I think about the electrifying world of lucha libre, the death-defying daredevils like El Santo, Blue Demon, and Rey Mysterio Jr., masked men who risk life and limb to entertain a crowd, spinning a larger-than-life tale of good versus evil. And when I think about Mexican culture, I think about the musicians whose melodies echo through the streets, filling the air with the soulful strains of mariachi, the infectious rhythms of cumbia, and the passionate lyrics of ranchera. Music is the heartbeat of Mexico, a language that transcends borders and unites us in joy, in sorrow, and in celebration. So let us raise our voices to Mexico, a land of enchantment and wonder, built on the legacy of the Olmecs, the Mayans, the Zapotecs, the Teotihuacans, the Purépechas, and the Aztecs. Whether you are Mexican by birth or at heart, I invite you to join me in embracing the richness of our heritage and sharing it with the world. Viva Mexico! Viva nuestra cultura! And, presumably, I mean, he didn't mention it in the video, but maybe it was an oversight, Taco Bell. So that's cameraman George's art challenge, the $20 Taco Bell challenge. But your art bet is very simply,
How close will he get? Back to you, Notme.
Thanks, Notme. Wow, what a challenge this one is. What an exciting video that was. An exciting speech by cameraman George there. Very passionate about Mexican culture. Good on him. Good on you, boy. Huh? Yeah. You can't make your choice yet, though, guys, because you don't know all the information. Let's see what else we've got. Some things to consider. Thing number one. George has, in the 7 years he has been in my employ, never ordered Taco Bell. I say that. He may have ordered it outside of, when he wasn't with me. My gut says he never has. My gut says that he's not ordered a Taco Bell in history. Over in America, I feel like if you're looking for Mexican food, there's other places you can go. Yeah, there's other places you can go. So George, not a prolific Taco Beller, if I can use such an awful phrase there. A thing to consider number two. The cost will be rounded up to the nearest dollar for charity. Yeah? Taco Bell are fine people doing fine work for charity. They give you the option of rounding up. And, we've all got to do that, because what they do is that we round that up and then they use that rounding up as a charitable donation to offset their taxes. Yeah? So that works out well for everybody. Okay, so the cost will be rounded up to the nearest dollar for charity. So if he orders, $19.01 worth of stuff, it's going, oh, that's a point, actually. That's a good point, actually. Yeah. Okay, so I've messed it up a little bit, but that's fine. Number three, not a prolific Taco Beller. Nice. Taco Beller sounds nice. Oh, what was that? Sorry, I was too quick there. Jorge George will order 5 items. So I'm not going to tell you what they are before you make your guess, but I will say he's ordered 5 items from the Taco Bell menu. So let's see what we've got. Let's see what our options are, guys. Here we go. Artbet chat box. That's over there. Okay, yeah, that's right. Gosh, greedy. Well, he thought that 5 items with an average of $4 would give him what he needed to get as close to $20 as possible. Some of you may have noticed a little hack in the midst of this. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. Who knows? Or a little quirk here. But make your guesses, guys. You made your guesses so fantastically for Enlieclopedia. One can only assume that you'll have a similar kind of hit rate for Artbet. Is George going to be ordering less than $17 worth of food? $17 to $19.50 of food? $19.50 to $20.50? $20.50 to $23? Or more than $23? What is cameraman George going to do here with his 5 items of food? Let's say this could be a nice one to help out. Let's see if Taco Bell menu. Let's give you an example here. As an example, a Cantina chicken soft taco is $2.99. I'll give you that. Cravings value menu. A cheesy roll-up is $1 on the nose. So there are cheaper things out there. Depends what he's ordered. What have we gone for? Super Nash 18 going for a D, 20.50 to 23. SJ Beck 72 going for a D as well. Count and Sheep going for a B. TB Douglas Bit of confidence in cameraman George there from TB Douglas. Thinks he's got it right on the nose. Anybody else going to make a guess? Anybody else? Didn't realize it was so cheap. I mean, feel free to amend if you wish, Sibanashwan. Feel free to amend. Bear in mind, an item on the menu could be a simple item of a cheesy roll-up. There are combos, though, meal combos. So if George has gone for a meal combo, which can be closer to $10, then, you know, Maple Panda going for a C. Monkey Pigsy going for a B. Great guesses, one and all, guys. Great guesses, one and all. Let's find out. Let's find out. Back to you, not me. What have we got?
Thanks so much, Not Me, and good luck to everybody who has made your choices. And I believe, just hearing in my ear here, yes, cameraman George has made his choice as well. Let's see what he picked.
Made your choice? Very exciting. I'll take the iPad. I don't need to take the iPad, but I'll take the iPad. That's fine. What I'm looking for is the Post-it note, George. Cameraman George has gone for, interesting, okay, nacho fries, a chicken quesadilla combo, a chalupa supreme, the best kind of chalupa, one would assume, a burrito supreme, and a soft taco. So on a scale of 1 to 10, George, how confident are you that you have got this absolutely on the nose? That's a 4. That's a 4 out of 10 confidence from George. Let's see how it works out, shall we? Let's head to Taco Bell and live mass.
That's like the kind of slogan for Taco Bell, live mass. Live more.
Here we are at Taco Bell, ready to complete our art challenge. We brought Jesus and the Scamp, not thinking that would mean that we wouldn't be allowed into Taco Bell. So this is going to have to be an exterior type, over-the-road filming situation. Logistics, we've talked about it before, haven't we, George? But must get better with that. Okay, so I'm going to leave these young gentlemen with you, George. I have my order. Let's see how well cameraman George can complete the $20 Taco Bell challenge. Here we go. Our food. We have the beef supreme burrito, the beef chalupa supreme, the soft taco, the seasoned fries, the nacho cheese dip, chicken quesadilla, beef crunchy taco, which are all and a Pepsi. It was all contained within the within George's thing. I was hoping they'd give me a receipt so I could show. It could be a visual. They always say show don't tell, but I believe I got it emailed to me. So what we'll do is we'll just have a quick look and see if that has come through. Yeah, okay. $28. So congratulations, those of you who guessed correctly. Potentially for shame on cameraman George, clearly doesn't know Mexican culture that much. However, whilst I was in there, cameraman George texted me another statement that he wanted me to read. So I'll just read that out now. Taco Bell is to Mexican culture what a cardboard cutout of Liam Hemsworth is to the real life Chris Hemsworth. So maybe we haven't learned as much about Mexican culture as we had, but what we have done is we've all had a wonderful good time, and I'm going to continue to have a wonderful time, because I assume, because you're not really going to eat much of this, are you, cameraman George? That's a shake of the head. I'm going to eat $28 worth of Taco Bell, so it's a great day for me. Okay, back to you, Notme.
Thank you, Notme. And indeed I did, and that is why I was so sleepy in last week's show. Forgot to factor in NYC. Counting sheep, you got to have that NYC tax on top of everything. Poor performance, George. Yeah, it wasn't his proudest moment, but he was pretty defiant afterwards that didn't affect his Mexicanity in any way, shape, or form. And, you know, a little bit of slander on Liam Hemsworth there. Not sure everybody's going to be particularly on board with that, but it's how cameraman George feels, and we can't criticize him for that. So what a fabulous exploration of Mexican culture, or maybe not. Right? He's right. Big fan of Chris Hemsworth there. Back to main. Guys, that was the last segment of the show, which means that we've only got one more thing to sort out. And that is the app name. That is the app name. Tax, yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Anything else? Was there any other little phrases? We need one more. Maybe let's just do that. So we've got a 2-minute poll starting. We've got 5 options. I'm just going to start it here. 5 options for the poll. App name but with 1 T. It's not even B-U-T-T. That's fine if it's a suggestion and there's fewer than 5 suggestions. Whether you're Mexican from birth or at heart. Oh, that is nice. But it would be too long. It would be too long as well. Maybe it's just Mexican from birth. But that's why you got to get them in quickly. We've got Salsa repeating. We've got Aztec, prolific TacoBeller, and purple chips. Make your guesses, make your choices. We do have it on the ticker. We do have it on the ticker, so it's always being hammered home, guys. Oh, it's neck and neck, guys. Neck and neck. It's very exciting. Somebody needs to break the tie. Less than a minute to go. There's more than 4 votes potentially being cast here, right? I mean, it says there's 5 people watching. It's getting close, guys. It's getting close. Somebody get in. Get in there. It's a stalemate. We need... Ooh. It's tense. Oh Lord. there's two. Gosh, well now I've got to make a choice, don't I? Pick your favorite. Yeah. Come on, peeps, who hasn't voted? Yeah, tricky. I think I'm going to... Gamer Hole was going to vote. Well, didn't quite get there in time, unfortunately. Well, what would Gamer Hole have voted for? And if you say Aztec, I'm going to... No, Gamer Hole, come on. What's the Salsa repeating or prolific TacoBeller? What's the name of the episode, Gamer? Come on. And you really should have been watching the whole time. I don't feel bad about this at all. She said salsa. She said salsa. There we go. There we go. This is Art Right Now, episode 14. Her phone is a bit broken. Well, congratulations to Super Nash 8. Congratulations to everybody. My goodness. My goodness. There we go, guys. Episode 14. The salsa repeating is in the books. I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope you feel like your spirit, your art, your life is at a better place now than it was an hour ago. I hope you have more of a appreciation for Mexico and the Mexican arts and culture. Make sure you're having a lovely Mexican snack after this. Supernational 8 voted for TB. I mean, that's democracy. That's democracy. There is no livetainment next week. We're taking a week off, but we'll be coming back the week after that, which is, what's the date after that? So the 12th, no livetainment, but then on the 19th of May 19th, we're coming back with I Am Smart, the Notme quiz. It's going to be absolutely fabulous. Next week, I have finished Mario. I finished Mario 1. I finished Mario 3. They're in my dust now. We're going to be establishing a new game on Ready Game Inspire, and to do that, to celebrate, we're having 3 gaming streams. Tomorrow I shall be streaming 10 till midnight. Tuesday I shall be streaming 10 till midnight, and Wednesday I shall be streaming 10 till midnight. So if you can join me for any of those, you are in for a treat. It's going to be a wonderful game called Resistance 3. We're going to be killing some aliens. Yeah, we're going to be killing some aliens. And that is worth the price of admission in and of itself. May the 19th be with you. Absolutely, Monkey Pixie Funk. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Be creative, guys. Until I see you next, please be creative.
Thank you for watching. You've gladdened me greatly. Now if you want more art, you don't need to wait. You can art up whenever. There's no timetable. So create some stuff anytime you are able. A poem, a sculpture, a meme, or a doodle. Try out them all, the whole kit and caboodle. But if you need help with the what and the how, I'll be back very soon with more Art Right Now.